Cool. Yeah. We can talk about processing engines. Processing engines. So there are three engines. There are many, but then let's focus on these three right now because they cover the whole breadth and depth. One Spark, the other is Trino, and then we have DuckDB. So Spark is majorly for your transforming or doing ETL type of workloads. Because if you understand, right, so there's a lot of management that goes into bringing up the Spark cluster, right? Uh, the driver has to negotiate with your resource manager to get the executor and things like that. Hence, it is very helpful for your bigger workloads where you want to do ETL workload of transforming a data into specific gold layer, silver layer, and stuff like that from your lakehouse table. That's there. But if you are an analyst sitting and typing queries that select star or select count or whatever, right? You do not want the whole setup to happen, but you want instant results, right? There the Trino is there, so it has this. So the Spark has this architecture of driver and executor. Trino has this architecture of coordinator and executor. So driver at Spark need to provide its code distributed to all the workers. Coordinator do all the things by itself and just give simple instruction to the workers. So they do not need this code transfer or setting up different infrastructure. So
With
for
DuckDB,
analysts,
you have like multiple threads, but a single process, right? So
that's right.
this is the most lightweight and very well fitting for like exploratory analysis for analysts, as you mentioned. But it is pretty performant for the resources it uses, but it also has a certain bottleneck. So not a
Definitely.
great fit for huge pipelines running in the background.
Yeah. So like your night workload that you would want to process into your silver zone or whatever, don't use Trino. Trino just use it for your query perform like analytical queries or ad hoc queries. A DuckDB goes one step before that. If you're locally developing anything, it's a single process setup. Use DuckDB to just query those things. Not the whole iceberg table, but maybe a subset of it. Because it provides that. I think writer is still not available, but reader is available. Like scanning part is available by DuckDB. I think they're actively working on a writer. I think they're working on writer since 5 years, but it's still not yet available. But let's see. Maybe with the duck lake that they're creating, that could be the part. Because of that, they are not building writer. Not sure. But yeah, so these are like the scanning part, the query processing part. Similar thing happen when you're writing the data, right? So Spark again do all the shuffling so that it get not that many small files. While as your Trino, when you're trying to write, it's a streaming load, and it do all of the things in its memory. So they call it as pages, which comes into your memory, and then depending on fly, they divide into different partitions and then send to the data. It is susceptible to small file size problems. While if you ingest the data through Spark ingestion, it is not. It's not that small size. But yeah, we can have like a dedicated session just to discuss the query engine. But on a high level, just to understand, like different workloads need different engines, and different ingestion patterns also need different engines on a high level.
And with Lakehouse, all of this is pluggable, right? You can use all of them and just use the one that you need for a given purpose and query the whatever table you need. Right, but all of them, I think that when DuckDB came to the scene, it was a surprise to many, like how large data sets you can process. But with Iceberg, you get this metadata, right? So you actually you execute a query to you read the metadata to find which actually data files you need to process. So with Iceberg, you always need a catalog, right? So maybe we can talk a little bit about how do this catalogs work and what types of catalogs.
Definitely, and this is one of the place which is currently very debating or a very hot debatable topics right now. So people think of like whosoever owns your catalog will own your most of the processing pipelines, as we discussed in our last episode with Alex as well, right?